Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well. So last weekend I went for the first time to our new Kat Von D stand in Debenhams here in Dublin, and I picked up a few bits and I was showing them. Oh, on a side note, look at this bag, it's so pretty. But I was showing them on Snapchat and a couple of people asked me would I do a video on them, and I thought, well, rather than waiting and kind of doing a video when I kind of gotten a feel for them, I'll do a first impressions video and then I can kind of go back in and review things when necessary. So some of my face is Kat Von D, not all of it. I don't have a full face of Kat Von D makeup yet, but if you want to see some of the makeup I got in action, just keep watching. So let's get cracking. My hair is wet, by the way. It's not ridiculously dirty, I just need to dry it. God, this isn't a flattering hairstyle for me. I have a big egghead. What's an egghead? Anyway, I have my bag of stuff. As I've probably said in the intro, because I haven't filmed the intro yet, I didn't get a lot, but I just thought I would flip the camera on and do a first impressions, and then I can kind of, when I'm using the products for a little while, I can do like separate reviews on the blog. But I just thought it'd be fun to give a first impressions. I've already taken an Instagram photo with these, so they're all out of the packaging. But I have the Shade and Light, or get the name right, Shade and Light Eye Contour Palette. And I have the Petal Brightening Locket Powder. And then I have the Locket Concealer in shade L5 Neutral. And then I also have a mini trooper liner as well, and a little studded lipstick that I have from before, so I thought I would throw them in as well, just to kind of broaden the range a bit. I did want the foundation, but they didn't have it in my shade, so I couldn't get the foundation, so I just got them three things. So sure, we'll get started. Obviously I have a base on and I did my brows somewhat. They're not looking their best, but we'll get on with it anyway. And we'll start with the Shade and Light Eye Contour Palette. I had actually bought this before off Debenhams online. If you don't know, like, I'm speaking from an Irish perspective, we literally only got a Kat Von D counter here in Dublin in Debenhams last week. My card became full there, but I think I was saying I bought this online initially and it came broken, so I had to send it back, and it kind of put me off buying anything more because the courier company were very unhelpful and quite rude. So I'm glad to own it. John very kindly bought me it as a gift. So it's nothing new, but I thought this is, and I really don't need it, I have to be honest, but this is kind of our most iconic palette and I really wanted to try it. So we'll start with this. I have primer on my lids, so I'm just going to set it with this shade here, which is like the creamy, I think it's like a creamy white shade. I hope it is. Oh, that's super pigmented. I have veiny lids. Veiny and oily lids. So they need to be set and they need to be covered. I'm going to take that right up to the brow bone. For the crease, I think I'm going to use the kind of grey shade in the middle first and just kind of map it out a little bit. You don't need to pick up a lot of these shadows to get payoff from them, that's for sure. A little goes a long way. I think I'm going to go with this shade here. They do have names. This is Latinus. I didn't realise it was on the back, apologies. And I'm just taking the same blending brush. There is a bit of kickback on them, but I don't mind that. Some of my favourite shadows are Urban Decay, and they have a hell of a lot. Oh, they blend like a dream. That sounded a bit dramatic. They blend really nicely. These do. Urban Decay do as well, but we're talking about these. To darken things up a little bit, I'm going to go with the colour that's next to it, which is called Sy-Try. S-Y Try. And on the same brush. And I'm just going to put that in the outer part of my eye. I'm kind of cleaning the brush off as I go on my hand. And I'm going to take more of that latinous colour and just go over the crease again. It's just on the tip of the brush. I might just try this shade at the end called Samael, and with a flat brush try this on the lid. Does that have shimmer to it? I thought all these were matte. Could just be the ring light making it look shimmery. Or satin anyway. I actually might go over that a little bit with the peachy colour here, Lattice. Just to kind of peach it up a little bit. These are super soft though and super easy to blend. I'm going to go back in with that dark shade Citri or whatever it's called. And just go back into the outer corner. I always find just doing matte on my lids hard. I'm definitely, like, I like a bit of satin or a bit of shimmer on my eyes. So I do find it quite difficult because I'm usually kind of switching from palette to palette. But they are lovely shadows. So I already owned a little mini trooper liner, but I thought I would use it for the purpose of the video because it is Kat Von D. And I don't have many Kat Von D products yet. So I'm just going to do a really fine line of that across the lashes. I don't tend to wing out eyeliner very often for two reasons. One, I find it very stressful. I don't think it suits my eye shape. I think it can kind of close my eye up. Like, I don't have the smallest eyes in the world, but they're quite almond shaped. And it doesn't always look very flattering. Maybe that's just me subconsciously telling myself not to do it because I'll just feck it up. This is a really good liner though. Although I struggle with this eye in general, with liquid liner. Like, already it's thicker than that one. Sure, that'll do. I won't win any liquid eyeliner awards, but it'll do. So I'm going to try the Lock-It Concealer. As I said, this is in the shade L5 Neutral. They do neutral and warm, kind of like MAC. So I wanted the neutral because I thought that would suit my colouring better. And it's for under the eye. So I haven't ever used this before. Well, I swatched it on my hand when I was in the shop to kind of make sure that would work for me. Okay, that blended in really nicely. So yeah, the coverage is decent enough. It's quite a thick concealer, but it blends out really nicely. And I didn't get a colour that's too light for my skin, so I don't notice a whole lot of highlighting. But it's a really nice concealer. I can see myself using this. And I quite like the doe foot because it's kind of pointed, so you can kind of under. It's definitely helping. Like, I don't suffer from hugely dark under eyes, but I definitely do get darkness there, and it needs a bit of help. Now the other thing that I have is for under eyes as well, and as far as I know you can use this on its own to just kind of brighten, but I'm going to use it to set the concealer. So this is the, let's get the name right, the Lock-It Brightening Powder, and this is in the shade Petal, which is like the lightest shade. I believe they have 3 shades, so one for pale skin, one for medium, and one for dark. So obviously I got the pale one because I'm pale. So it looks a bit like that. Don't spill it everywhere. It did have like a little plastic thing off it, but as I said, I took an Instagram picture, so I took it off. But I have yet to put it on my face. Ooh, this is kind of messy. I'm just going to take it from the lid with a flat brush. So this is meant to smooth out your under eye as well. Ooh, it feels nice and smooth going on. There's no dragging or pulling. I don't know if you could see any difference on camera, probably not, but looking in the mirror, everything is definitely more matte and more smooth, and it's not gathering in any fine lines or anything like that. I'd be intrigued to use this just on its own and see if like building it up would conceal as well. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So they're pretty much the new things that I have from Kat Von D. I have a lipstick to put on as well, but everything else is non-Kat Von D related, so I'll just speed through that and then come and talk to you at the end. Scrap that, I'm forgetting I have to do my bottom lash line, so I have to pick up the palette again and do some smoking up the lash line. I do enjoy a smoky lash line. So I'm going to take these two colours here, the reddy brown, which is Lucius and Solace, and I'm just going to mix them together on a fluffy brush and diffuse them under the lash line. I love a bit of warmth on the lower lash line. Now we can get back to speeding things up. And then the final step, I have, let me get this name right, the Studded Kiss lipstick, and this is in the shade Lolita. She does a liquid lipstick in this shade as well. And I really like the formula of this. And I like the colour too. And it smells like sweets. It kind of smells like MAC lipstick. I actually quite like that this is a mini because it's easier to get the contours of your lips with it. And I'm done! I feel like every time I do like a makeup related, I don't call them tutorials, video, that I always come on like after doing my hair and I feel more swishy. But yeah, makeup is done, hair is done, and this is the finished product. So overall, my first impressions, don't knock them over, Gemma. My first impressions of the products that I used are pretty good. I can't go into any detail other than the eyeshadows are super nice, super soft, super pigmented, and there's a great range of colours kind of for everyday use. As I said, I probably didn't need this. I do have the Urban Decay Ultimate Basics palette, and it is kind of a similar entity, but I'm happy to have it, and I'm delighted to be able to use some of her eyeshadows for the first time. So this so far gets a thumbs up from me. The concealer again gets a thumbs up. Quite thick but blends out really nicely, and good coverage and a good shade selection as well. So thumbs up so far, and I really like the under eye brightening powder as well. As I said, I will have to use them more to give a full in-depth review, but I'm sure I will be talking about them over on Beautynook.ie at some stage throughout the year. So as always, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you in my next one. Bye bye.